And I gotta just say, it is a masterpiece. It's phenomenal. What's up, everybody? Dolan here. So I want to do a quick movie review. I used to be a huge movie buff, moviegoer, and I guess since the advent of streaming and popularity of Netflix, for instance, yeah, just haven't had, I guess, the desire to actually go to the theaters. But I actually became, you know, really, I found that I became really, you know, um, a movie lover at heart, and I really missed going to the movie theaters, especially during, the last several years, as we all know. And, I think that the more that I think about it, there's certain movies actually that you actually have to experience in a theater. When you're watching a movie in a theater, you actually enjoy it with other people, right? So if it's comedy, you get to laugh together, and it's just, the kind of like a feeling of togetherness when you're, in a location for the love of a particular film piece. Also, too, certain movies you just can't do on, even if you have the best screen and, audio system at home. Like nothing beats like if you go to like, for instance, like, a large Cineplex Odeon or, some sort of movie theater that invested heavily into the whole experience of, the best movie sounds possible, as well as the, you know, the, you know, the um, the screen, quality as well, and so it just provides a more immersive experience. And I think, there's certain theaters, if you pay extra, you can actually get even more, you know, um, in-depth kind of deep experience watching the movie. And so the movie that I want to quickly review is Oppenheimer. And I gotta just say, it is a masterpiece. It's phenomenal, and it's definitely one of those movies that you definitely want to watch, in the theaters, because um, the way that it was filmed, I believe it's filmed at a very specific, um, you know, is it IMAX, type of kind of recording, and so and the sound, it's almost, I would say it's probably a character on its own as well. It just plays a pivotal role in terms of bringing what could be kind of a boring topic and storyline, and just made it really, really enriched, right? And so, super duper awesome movie. I'm just gonna go into IMDb and Rotten Tomatoes to give you a bit more background. There might be definitely be some spoilers in this particular video that I'm doing, but this is kind of my take on how I perceive the movie. I gotta say, I'm a huge movie buff. You know, I actually buy DVDs, and for some of the older, movies that haven't transferred over to digital, I have a few like VHS, and so I'm definitely a huge movie buff for sure. I just love like nicely written, nicely filmed movies, right? And so this movie was actually directed by Christopher Nolan, and I believe that he also directed like Inception, and yeah, really just a phenomenal director. Um, so just some movie info. During World War II, Lieutenant General Leslie Groves Jr. appoints physicist J.R. Robert Oppenheimer to work on the top secret Manhattan Project. Oppenheimer and a team of scientists spend years developing and designing the atomic bomb. Their work comes to fruition on July 16th, 1945, as they witness the world's first nuclear explosion, forever changing the course of history. And yeah, I believe that it was Albert Einstein, and he actually kind of makes couple of appearances in this movie. And he formulated the equation E equals mc squared. It has energy equals mass times the speed of light squared. And just from that, I believe that physics formula, um, Albert Einstein definitely doesn't want to take credit for the advent of the atomic bomb, and so Oppenheimer and other physicists came together and ran with, I guess, the foundation and the foundation of what kind of what Albert Einstein had started. And so, as a scientist, I love that part of the movie because, yeah, I'm definitely a science nerd at heart for sure. So I have a bachelor's degree in sciences and molecular biology and biochemistry. So, yeah, so it was released July 21st, 2023 worldwide. It's a super long movie. It's 30 hours long, so just prepare for that, right? But it it felt long, but it didn't feel like 3 hours. Like, oh, when's this gonna end? And so it was really really good. The cast and crew, Cillian Murphy, just a phenomenal performance, just amazing. Emily Blunt also amazing. Robert Downey Jr. What can I say? He's a legend, man. He's fantastic. Matt Damon, one of my other favorite actors of all time as well. Rami Malek also. I'm not sure if I pronounced that right. He's in it. Florence Pugh. Yeah, just really good ratings overall. I mean, on yeah, just really good ratings overall on Rotten Tomatoes, for instance, got 93% tomato meter, and 91% by the audience score. Really reputable, like really really good scores for sure. IMDb also did really really well. 8.6 out of 10 out of 357,000 ratings. Absolutely phenomenal movie. And I actually bought tickets kind of last minute, probably an hour before, and not thinking that it was, because it was out already for a little while. Not thinking that the movie theater would be packed. And as I was trying to find a seat, I quickly found out that most of the best seats were taken, and I was kind of left in the front. But actually, it was still a pretty good experience all around. Yeah, I also want to read some of these critics' consensus on Rotten Tomatoes. Yeah, Oppenheimer marks another grossing. Oh, looks like I got another one. A huge film designed to be watched on IMAX, as I did, but it's actually a very intimate tale. Arguably the first character study that Nolan has ever done. The 3 hour running time and scientific jargon demand patience, but Nolan's marriage of visuals and sound design is often dazzling, not least during the tension-filled detonation of the prototype device. Let's see what else. Yeah, Oppenheimer marks another engrossing achievement from Christopher Nolan that benefits from Murphy's tour de force performance and stunning visuals. Audience says Oppenheimer is an intelligent movie about an important topic that's never less than powerfully acted and incredibly entertaining. Yeah, so it's almost like a race against time to see which world power would actually, get to the atom bomb first. And yeah, the U.S. definitely had put in a huge, effort, as kind of seen depicted in this movie. And yeah, the bomb was ultimately, I believe that it was intended for Germany at first, and then yeah, the main kind of villain from that country had I believe committed suicide or got killed. And then yeah, and then and so once the German leader was taken out, the U.S. had a new target, which was Japan, and because they were still really really aggressive after Germany had entered their part in the World War. And yeah, there was two bombs that was dropped ultimately on Nagasaki and Okinawa, I believe. Yeah, it was basically dropped on two places within Japan, and since then, yeah, they pretty much surrendered, and the rest is history. And so, yeah, the main worry, of course, for Oppenheimer was that, this could definitely lead into, end of the world potentially, right? Because if the this knowledge and power, of these missiles, get into the wrong hands, it can definitely wreak havoc to the world, right? And so, very, very interesting movie. Very, very nicely kind of told, and just the whole visuals, the sound, like I said, the storytelling, the acting, all around just brilliant. And I wouldn't be surprised if this movie gets, nominated for a ton of awards during award season. But Cillian Murphy, Emily Blunt, Matt Damon, Robert Downey Jr., just phenomenal acting, and so yeah, there's just so much great like character development and building of suspense, and getting to that climactic part where when they actually have to they're racing against time to have a positive test to kind of confirm that their contraction works, from theory to practice. And I believe that they were kind of down to the last wire, and they didn't have any more chance to test it out. And they're actually placing bets on whether or not it's going to work or not, just build up to that moment. And then as the bomb kind of drops and there's a complete silence, and you're just kind of like wondering what's going on, this sense of eeriness, right? And everything just kind of flashes within Oppenheimer's kind of head about, what could possibly, come out of this, right? And then the explosion happens. Just and also within the movie, like I said, the sound plays a critical role. Also, there's you hear a lot of stomping, and that actually plays a huge kind of role. Well, not huge, but it plays a role within the movie as well. So, but overall, yeah, excellent movie. I definitely recommend going to the theaters and watching it in IMAX. If your local theaters has that, definitely recommend it. And yeah, it's just probably one of the best movies that I've seen this year. And yeah, with that said, yeah, this is my kind of first movie review on my channel, and hope that it was somewhat enlightening. And yeah, with that said, thank you guys for watching. Until next time, have yourself a great day, everybody. Bye now.